So we asked the subs before stream on our sub-only Discord, and we got Sultai Reclamation. Zale did put in for Jun Ballbreaker. Well, maybe another time. But we have this one in front of us. We have the Yorion here, and this one actually, to me, kind of speaks a little bit to the whole companion mechanic. So we have Yorion. The Yorion's able to be grabbed. You're able to untap. It doesn't hurt you too much. Yes, you may not be able to play it at instant speed because you'll maybe pay 3 into it, then do some untapping. But we'll see. What's up, Shanks? How you doing? Standard decks? No, this is modern deck. It's modern deck. It's modern. Look at that Factor of Fiction. So what does this deck have? We should probably update the title. How about just regular Jund? Maybe in the future. Thanks, Shanks. Appreciate it. So what's this list doing? Well, it's playing a lot of counter magic. We have Remands, Force of Negations, and Cryptics. We also have Archmage Charm. So 4, 3, 4, 4. That's a lot. If you're adding up, that's 32 counters. And then we have 4 Euros and 4 ice-fangs, along with 4 growth spirals. So we have 17 Simic colored cards. We have 1 companion that is in the Azorius colors. We have a Mystical Teachings, which is in the Dimir colors. So that's 3 of those. And then we've got Fatal Push in here to get us to a later game against low-end creatures. We have the Factor Fiction, which is really good. Sideboard, we've got Aether Gusts to mess with some more counters. So that brings our total up to 47. And then we have Dead of Winters to board wipe, extra Fatal Pushes and Weather the Storm so we can gain an multiple of 3 life, like 11 life. This is the deck in front of us, Sultai Reclamation. We're going to be playing this in a league. I think I got everything right. Let's play some Magic. You can always do exclamation deck list to get the list, or in YouTube down below in the description. We're just going to chill. We're not going for that 5-0. We're not going for that 0-5. We're just going to get something in the middle. Something like a 6-0 or something like that. That seems about appropriate. 2 3-0s. 3-0 drop. Then you're in the middle. Didn't get a 5-0. Didn't get a 0-3. You just think that I am off today. Really, we're like spot on right now. We got every number correct. We're going to be playing some awesome Magic. Anthony, what's up? Kentronic, Shanks, Wolf Spider, Archdeacon. We have Zale in here as well. And I think I've got everybody here. Gray has stopped by briefly. He's probably building out another place. Endermeep's in here as well. Let's play some Magic. Let's play first. Let's declare this flying bird. You know it's a bird, right, everyone? It's a bird. It doesn't have any other text there. It is a bird. This hand looks fantastic. Let's keep this. Keep this. We have Force of Negation. We can throw anything away. We have ice-fang to cycle. We got to just hit 4 lands and we'll be off to the races. Burpent? It's a burpent? I don't know about that. I don't know. Serpent Burb? I need things to stop happening so I can build my Doom Tower on the MC server. Doom Tower, you say? Doom Tower, you say? Let's make sure. There we go. Interesting. Shanks, there's been a lot that's happened on that server. Just want you to know that. Oh, do I just Force a Negation this? Force a Negation this with the Nexus of Fate? I probably can wait, right? Oh, but what if that's all they kept? What is... oh. I sort of want to just grab this. I'll wait. I don't think a Utopia Sprawl is worth it. I think I can hit something a little bit better, like a Blood Moon. Named Red. We're going to go get this Triome. I fear no Blood Moon. I fear no Blood Moon. Be greedy. Yeah, Shanks, we've been doing a lot. There's all kinds of stuff. The map's grown quite a bit, too. We'd welcome you back, for sure. All right, idea here is ice-fang down and probably force a negation something. Hopefully they don't have anything scary here on 3. But if this is a blood moon, I gotta do that. It's Magus of the Moon. Let's start with a ice-fang Codal to draw a card. And then we'll just cry. All right. We're almost there. We'll go ahead and attack for 1. Our greed did not pay off. Shanks, you need to stop by Grayus Industrials. Grayus Industrials. Alright, I can still counter something. It's not looking great. We've drawn 3 of our 4 Wilderness Reclamations here in the top of the library. Chandra's a good one to get rid of, so let's do that. We'll keep Euro here in case I get the basic island. I don't know how many are in this list. Maybe someone can tell me. I bet it's like 18 or so. Yeah, your neighbor's place. Archmage Charm, that's not looking very good. So our greed is not paying off currently. I could have fetched a basic. Probably should have fetched a basic, but got super greedy. Bloodbraid Elf spins the wheel into a Scavenging Ooze. Hits us for 5. I basically need 1 more land here. It probably needs to be the island to have a shot at this game. Or we can probably just scoop it up. Growth Spiral is not playable either. So we had an opportunity to play around the Magus. I decided to fetch a Triome because Triomes are really cool looking. And we definitely don't get it here. Alright, so we'll go ahead and play around Blood Moon type of things. Aether Gusts are in for sure. For sure. I don't know if I want Dead of Winter. There's 8 islands. Yeah, they're down here. There are 8. That's okay, we weren't going to get them. Let's see here. So this list has some Blood Moons in it, but it doesn't have too many things that Force of Negation actually cares about. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of the Force of Negations here for Aether Gust. Just an easy swap out of the style of counter that we have. I really want these Dead of Winters. I'm wondering if I can splash them in somewhere here. I think Abrupt Decay is okay. Drown the Lock is okay as well. These 2 cards are fine. Might be... It might be worth it like a Cryptic Command for a Dead of Winter. Want to keep the Astrolabes for obvious reasons. I could probably ditch 1 Fatal Push to have more of a board wipe as well. That's 2 of them. Do I need the 3rd one? My opponent's not really going too crazy here. I almost want one Weather the Storm. More on my side to gain a little bit of life. I'm thinking about that too. The Archmage Charm is a bit awkward. But taking their 1 mana stuff is hilarious. This is the deck you're aiming to Cryptic Lock? Not necessarily. We would say yes, except that I have the whole Nexus of Fate Mystical Teachings. We just need to attack a couple times and we'll be good with our big threats. Yeah, Astrolabe fixes the mana too. I really want this like 1 of Weather the Storm. Maybe that's just better than a Drown the Lock. Get rid of the Dead of Winter. I'm going to bring in a Weather the Storm. We're doing that because I'm going to find this Mystical Teachings on the 3rd draw of this game. It'll be perfect. And we know how accurate my numbers have been so far this stream. Alright, let's play first. Declare Yorion still. Alright, this hand looks good. We'll keep this. We'll be fetching a few basics this time around. Cut Charm maybe? Possibly. We are on the play. It might be worth cutting the charm when we're on the draw and bringing in like a fatal push. And I only say that because you have that I only say that because when you're on the draw, it'll be a little bit harder to get some things cleared. All right, so we hit our basic forest, so we're looking pretty good there. Let's go ahead and put the polluted delta down and pass the turn. I can't drown the lock the Arbor Elf, unfortunately. I could now. Doesn't really do a whole lot to do that. I can counter something on 1 currently. Gonna play something at 3. Oh, just plays a Bone Crusher. Okay. Let's go get a island. Let's go ahead and Growth Spiral. Let's play a land into play. I probably should just go get another island here. It'll make a few things harder to cast, but I have this Drown the Lock too. Maybe I go get the Watery Grave or just the Triome here. Let's do the Triome. A little 4/3 here is interesting to deal with. Okay, so Euro seems okay to do here. I can put these two into play. Gain a little bit of life as well. We're doing this before we do anything. We'll put the snow-covered forest into play. We can cantrip with Astrolabe here as well. That's looking good. We're going to put the Flooded Strand into play as well. Just ramp, 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 ramp. Put the Polluted Delta, that's fine. All right, so we're pretty much covered with all of the lands we need. We have double green, we have double blue, we have triple blue. We're good on that. So now we just have to find a way to not die to the Bone Crusher Giant, which I think we've got a good shot at that. We have a removal / counterspell. We have a nice Factor Fiction, and we have the Growth Spiral to ramp me a little bit more if need be. We'll see what this is. Hopefully nothing at 4, but it could be something at 4. Could be something big at 4. What's really nice is I can just get this back 1, 2, 3, 4, and I could have like Drown Up or Growth Spiral as well. Have you tried the 60 card version of this? No, we've this is the first time I've played this version. We haven't played any of this list before. All right, we're making double red here. It looks like Chandra. A Boil. Well, that's nifty. All right, we're still gonna go get a basic here. Boil. That should be fine. We don't get to play Euro back here. Not immediately. And just pass the turn. We'll probably get it next turn. We'll see. We'll see. Opponent's going to go ahead and attack us for 4. Gonna have to deal with this Bone Crusher Giant at some point. It's interesting they played the Bone Crusher and then just went straight into a Boil. Find that a bit fascinating. They attempt to Scooze us here. I could Drown the Lock this. It's not a terrible idea. I don't hate countering. I don't hate countering. Plays another Stomping Grounds. Shocks it in, so we're going to have a 3-drop here. Red plus red. Seasoned Pyromancer. Alright. I'll get my Watery Grave here. Seasoned Pyromancer. We got a Mystic Sanctuary. That puts it into play tapped. I hate to grow Spiral and miss the land drop. I might have to just weather the storm. Oh shoot, I didn't put this into play. Well, that's awkward. We're just gonna ignore that small misstep there. This should be in play. 4, 5, 6. I might have to just grow Spiral here to put this into play. Arbor Elf. I mean, if they play enough things, maybe just Weather the Storm is worth it. Seasoned Pyromancer. Now I'm thinking I need a Grow Spiral. Alright, we'll Grow Spiral here, even though Weather the Storm could gain us some nice stuff. If I hit another land here, I could Weather the Storm, and then we'll have this spell as well. I do happen to hit the land, so I do get to Weather the Storm as well, which is actually a very good Weather the Storm here. Gains a reasonable amount here. Yay! Okay, so I can play Euro here. The question is, what do I want to get as well? 1, 2, 3, 4. I get to put something on top here. We could just put the Weather the Storm back on top. How much are they going to do? I'm going to block here. I'm going to take 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's probably fine. Get rid of Polluted, Delta, all the lands that we lost. Bloop. It does. We're going to get a card underneath Weather. We get an Aether Gust. I'm going to go ahead and put the Mystic Sanctuary now into play. And I'm going to put the Weather the Storm on top. Now having Remand, Aether Gust, and a Factor Fiction, plus the gaining of the Euro here, just feels really pretty solid. So I think we've gained enough life here. We're back up to 20. And opponent's got 2 cards here. We got a nice big 6/6. I have a lot of ways to interact with them soon. It's feeling good, especially since I can like Aether Gust or Remand. They play a spell, I play a spell, and then Weather is a gain 9 as well. So that feels pretty good. And I'll easily block the biggest creature here. I'm not afraid of a Bolt. Definitely not afraid of a Bolt. This is the hardest creature for us to kill anyway. So we go to 13. And Bolt. No Bolt. Utopia Sprawl. Utopia, naming red. Utopia, naming purple. All right, and a Magus. It's pretty good, pretty good. Okay. Theoretically, I could attack here, gain life, threaten. They have nothing in hand. I'm going to do that. Let's just get in there, gain the life, draw the card. Oh, that's a good card. That's a pretty good one. Just slam that one down. So I float and then one float and then 1, 2, 3. I don't think I need to do the floating this time, do I? Just float for good measure. Do I factor fiction here? I'm probably good to factor fiction. I'll just let them decide something here. I'll get ice-fang, it looks like. I'll take an ice-fang. It's an easy pick. Was a good draw. We've punted too this game. Choose a pile to put in your hand. I'll take the singleton card. It's all good by me. It's all good by me. So if it's a threat that I really care about, we'll Aether Gust it. If it's a threat I don't care about, we'll probably just remand it. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. The best thing for me to do is probably just an ice-fang here. They play a land, so we'll ice-fang just to draw an extra card. Cryptic Command's pretty good. That's pretty good too. All right, opponent gives it to us. We're gonna attack with Euro plus ice-fang. That was gonna be 7. We're gonna take the draw, find another Euro. We're gonna play this down. We could then, on their turn, we can Aether Gust and Cryptic. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not quite. So we could Aether Gust something and Weather the Storm to just gain 6 easily and stop some damage. We could also just Cryptic tap down the team. Ice-fang to eat the Magus? We could have. We could have. We definitely could have. That Weather the Storm was reasonable. Dead of Winter kills quite a few of their things. I'm liking that almost more than a Fatal Push, but I understand the Fatal Push won't be bad. We're probably looking at taking out like an Archmage Charm this time for at least a Dead of Winter. They did go kind of wide, and that's why I'm looking at these Dead of Winters. I probably just want all of them. I might want them all and just ditch a Factor Fiction. Just take a Dead of Winter. I realize Factor Fiction's probably a decent card. That last one, it just did 4. For 2. Euro's pretty good in this matchup. The Weather of the Storm was actually pretty good as well. I don't know if the Weather of the Storm's worth it to bring in over something else. We have this Drown and this Abrupt Decay. Abrupt Decay kills enough that it's probably worth it as a removal spell. I don't want to go down too many. I have 2 Fatal Pushes and Abrupt Decays. And Drown is like a half and half spell. 1 Weather of the Storm can be found with the 1 Mystical Teachings. Being on the draw, Aether Gust and Remand's looking a little bit stronger. Turn 1 they play, turn 1 us, turn 2 they play something at 3, and then we get to play something. It may be a little slow here. We may be a little slow. I'm not going to bring the extra Fatal Pushes in. The only thing it's really seeming to hit is Arbor Elves or tokens. So we'll stick with what we've got. And let's try not to punt a few times here. Haven't gotten the chance to play Yorion yet. That's not really a surprise, though. The 80-card Yorion decks are playing them kind of like as a last resort. We will always declare it, though, because we have the 80 cards. This hand looks pretty good. It's got some nice chump blockers here. We got the Dead of Winter for when they go wide. I have the ability to get green. I have blue. We have to be careful of a boil again. But I'm going to go ahead and keep this. Yeah, there's not too many. It's literally just an 80-card Mystical Teachings deck with a Yorion as an optional other card. That's really all that's happening here. All right, we'll put the Misty into play and pass the turn. I'm not going to crack this immediately. I wouldn't mind a few extra lands here. This Flooded Strand should go find a Watery Grave. This should find a basic forest. We'll see if this is... hopefully not a Blood Moon just yet. But if it is, we'll be fine. We'll manage. Shoxin. I could fetch just the basic forest. It's unlikely to get tagged by anything that my opponent's playing. They don't appear to be playing like Molten Rains. Makes green. Hooks up with another Utopia Sprawl. Where's my Cryptic Command? Bouncy, bouncy. Double red here. Lots of red. Well, they're not going to play Blood Moon, I don't think. They would have named green. A Relic. All right. I'm going to just take the natural draw here. And we'll just pass the turn. Pretty okay with everything thus far. Opponent's now got 4 mana. Could be looking at a Chandra. Chandra it is. All right. That's a good one to miss. I'm wondering if this Dead of Winter makes any sense, or if I should just go get 2 basics here. I mean, they haven't really played anything out that I'm too afraid of. I know that this is the opportunity for me to go get it. Where's my basic forest? We're definitely getting a basic forest at minimum. I can probably just go get the Watery Grave. Yes, yes, yes. The relics for the Euro, which we don't happen to have in hand at the moment. I think I'm good with the Watery Grave. I am going to shock in here, and we are going to go ahead and Growth Spiral, I think, as our first card. This way I can draw and be able to ramp a little bit here. Let's put the Breeding Pool into play tapped. All right, so now I have ice-fang this coming turn. And there's a Euro. All right. We're going to plan to do 2 ice-fangs here. I'm a little worried about something like a Boil. We'll hope they tap down a little bit. And then 2 ice-fangs coming at the Chandra will hopefully be strong enough. We can get up to 7 mana for the Euro here if we'd like to. Play and bring it back out, assuming Relic is not... Relic and mana is not available to them. There's 3 mana. Three wholesome mana. Ups, finds an Arbor Elf. Arbor Elf would be a lot of mana with this forest. They might play this. Play it off the Stomping Ground over here. That's almost worth a Dead of Winter. God of Destiny. Okay. Not sure if I want the Growth Spiral here or not. I think, because I could just Mystic Sanctuary. I can do that here too. Let's take another basic island here. Let's go ahead and ice-fang for our first draw. And then we'll probably just do another ice-fang here. There's a Cryptic Command. That's pretty good for us. It's another ice-fang. This is a lot of mana. It's a lot. Let's play a Snow-Covered Island. Let's go ahead and attack Chandra with one of these and leave the other one back. I know it doesn't kill the God of Destiny, but this way they don't have like an extra Glory Bringer or something or what have you. Just make it look a bit defensive here. Maybe they down tick here and try to get in plus a Glory Bringer and I counter and tap or something. We're not going to probably get Euro down. Not with the God of Destiny. So theoretically, I kind of don't want anything else in my graveyard if I can avoid it. We'll see though. We'll see what we can do. Here, I would just take the Growth Spiral. There's probably very little that they need to be worrying about with this Arbor Elf. The other thing that I could potentially do here is counter whatever they play and bounce this to really shrink them on mana. And then this Arbor Elf's just not very interesting. So they do kill the Codal here. It's kind of interesting. We'll see why they did that, because now this is at 2. So now this ice-fang Codal is kind of an interesting play here. This appears to be 5 mana for maybe a Glory Bringer. It's a Bloodbraid Elf. Cascades into an Arbor Elf. Okay. So here we might just take the hit and then plan to Dead of Winter them. And do something with like Cryptic Command and Dead of Winter. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Can't quite bounce this. I don't mind taking this 7. Sort of. Let's go ahead and throw an ice-fang down, just in case the top of my library is not kind to me. It's another Dead of Winter. 3, 1, 2. Do I want to block anything here? I kind of have to kill the Chandra. Let's just take the full damage here and see if we can't get away with this. Alright, a polluted delta here. So, I get to say okay to this. I'm going to attack for 2, kill Chandra. I can then play a Dead of Winter. This clears this, and this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it clears everything as long as they don't kill anything. So I'll play a Polluted Delta before doing this. That way I can go get another basic. I'll do Misty because Misty hits a few more things. So we'll go ahead and do a Dead of Winter now. Maybe tap bounce land upkeep next turn. It's possible. I'm kind of wanting them to... I don't know if I want to take this damage, but if I just let a Glory Bringer show up here, we lose. I can go to 3 back up to 6, and then this forces the Relic, and then I have the Mystic and Cryptic after that. I'm gonna get bolted, aren't I? We'll see if I get bolted here. I don't so far. No bolt. Okay. This will kind of encourage them to pop this Relic here. Just play another tap land. I don't plan to pop this. If I want the Dead of Winter, I could, but I already have another Dead of Winter. So we're going to exile all cards. Person's got 3. This is not in hand. This doesn't exist. We have 2 ice-fangs here, and we have a Cryptic. Opponent's deck is a lot of just random, nuanced little things. If this is a Magus, I suppose I have to pop this just to get the third blue. Seasoned Pyromancer's decently fine here. I have another Dead of Winter. Arbor Elf's Windswept Heath ditched. And pretty much the next thing that happens, should be able to Cryptic it away. They have 3 mana available to them, so I'll go ahead and pop this and go get a dual land. Like a Breeding Pool. Cool. Alright, so now I can Dead of Winter, which is this mana, and then pick it back up if I wanted to. I don't think I want to. It's the original Ponza list. I think I can stay back on defense for a turn, maybe. I probably don't even have to at this point. Just dead and swing for 2, and I'll leave Cryptic open. We're going to put the Scalding Tarn in because it can still get a Mystic Sanctuary. Wooded Foothills cracked. Stomping Ground tapped. Alright, so we have a random Cryptic here. And I theoretically can Cryptic and then Scalding Tarn to put the Cryptic back on top. This is worthy of a Cryptic here. So we'll just counter draw. I'm going to counter draw here. Counterbalance doesn't, it sets them back a little bit of mana, but it doesn't set them back that much anymore. If we're really honest. Drawing's probably just better here. You're just a jerk. God of Destiny's really strong. There's a land drop that they already had, so they have one more card here. I unfortunately picked up a Remand. So we're going to lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards here. I'm just going to have to eat these. And now we'll go get... we can go get our Triome. Luckily I got a Remand here. It'll stop a couple weird nuanced things. I'll continue to attack my opponent. Alright, Remands. Woo! Boy. Boil, boil, boil. Is this even worth a cantrip here? Is this worth a cantrip? Oops. Let's go for it. It's a cantrip for me. They get to replay this, but I want to dig for a Euro. I want to dig for anything really. Remanding something in the future here just doesn't do a whole lot for us. They decided to use Seasoned Pyromancer here. That's fine. And then they replay. All good. All good and all pretty much expected. There's a Fact or Fiction. That's really nice. All right, we got to remain on defense here. Ideally, I get to Fact or Fiction this time around. 3 mana, Seasoned Pyromancer. So they're going to get to draw. Going to get to draw 2. I'm going to let this slide. I'd rather Fact or Fiction here. It gives me the opportunity to draw something very nice. And if they hit like a Glorybringer here, then the Remand is really nice. Yorion next turn. I have to put it in my hand for 3 mana. So it would take 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need a little bit more. A Scavenging Ooze. Still in a Fact or Fiction here. Bloodbraid into a Magus of the Moon. I don't believe I can let the Magus hit here. I have to remand that. Right. I only have 2 green if I let that live. So I don't get to factor fiction, unfortunately, here. But they do get to take me to 3. They attack with Bloodbraid plus the 2 elementals. I probably want to block one of these. At most, I'm blocking 2 next turn. Hit an Aether Gust. I don't believe I have an out anymore. Because they get to play a Magus next. I put this on top. Or this. I still take too much damage here. Such doors, so maze. Hey, thank you for the Twitch Prime. It's been a little while. It's been a little while. Let's go ahead and factor fiction here. See if I can maybe hit a Weather the Storm. Here's the Wilderness Wreck. There's a Fatal Push, too. I think we are dead. I don't believe there's anything I could do. If this was just like one more turn earlier. Got just a bit too low there. I think it was still probably the right play. Look at all this stuff I just got. Alright. Opponent's got it. They just swing in with everything. I can Aether Gust this one, but they have the Scavenging Ooze. They just eat a bunch of stuff as well. Alright. We got our feet wet, though, with Sultai Reclamation. We did a couple punts there. That's okay, though. Learning. Gonna get it going. Thanks. Appreciate it. I like this. This is definitely in my wheelhouse. It just needs a little bit of practice. A little bit of practice. Like this hand is this hand's not good. This can't be good. Mulligan. This hand's much better. We get rid of Cryptic here. We're getting rid of Cryptic because we have Growth Spiral and Euro here. Oh, Tron. Okay. Put the Flooded Strand in first. Planning to Growth Spiral here on turn 2. We'll see if we get that opportunity, though. Might be forcing something as well. We'll go get a Breeding Pool to start things off. Alright, we're hitting all of our lands, so this is good. We're still going to Growth Spiral because we could hit a different thing for Force. I could also just Force and just have Archmage Charm. Oh. Oh, we have blue mana. Well, that's not expected. Well, I'll Growth Spiral, see what they do about this. That's fine with me. That's fine. You can draw cards. Discards 2 lands. 1, 2, 3. Nexus of Fate's Grave for the Force now. I guess I just put the island because this comes into play untapped. It's a remand now. I'm going to go ahead and play Euro down. I'm going to do this because I'm going to draw another card here. Not going to pick that up. Alright, we hit an Astrolabe, which I can't play right now. So we're just going to have the Force up Feels like it's an okay thing to have up. My opponent didn't have Tron. They do now. There's Karn. Let's go ahead and try to get this. We'll test to see if they have another counter spell. They haven't countered anything I've done so far. Looks like they might have it. Condescend for 2. That's fine. Alright, so we've got a Karn to beat here. Blue Tron, something I haven't seen probably in 3 or 4 months. It's been a little while. We'll see what they get with this Karn. They have 1 mana left. Now we try to get a little bit here with the Euro. We'll see if they just go get like a Relic or Tormod's Crypt and steal my Euro out of my yard. Take it away to exile. Liquid Metal Coating is their choice here. Can't exactly play it down at the moment. Okay. So they're going to get to play that. I'm not really remanding it. I could attempt an Archmage Charm on it. Let's go get a Mystic Sanctuary. Mystic Sanctuary, put Force on top. Force will draw here with the Astrolabe. This still gives me Force and Archmage Charm, which feels pretty good versus the Remand right now. Remand is getting weaker and weaker with my opponent having so much mana. So we will attempt to counter with Archmage Charm. I presume they have at least one other counter here. They have a Remand. The target of Remand is Liquid Metal Coating. Let's attempt to force Remand. Do you have one more counter spell, opponent? We're doing Archmage Charm as well, because Liquid Metal Coating then doesn't go to exile for Karn. That worked out for us. Alright, we'll see what other nasty things Karn can get here. Now, unfortunately, Astrolabe is not playable, or not usable, so I don't have my second green at the moment. Opponent discards an Expedition map, keeps 2 cards. Okay. Ups with Karn. Alright, I do hit something for green mana, which is excellent here. We'll go ahead and go get that green mana. Thank goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4. Euro, getting rid of some stuff like this. And we'll draw an extra card here. I don't mind putting this into play tapped. We'll see what they've got here. Maybe a bridge to stop Euro from attacking. Blast Zone. I could see a bridge. We'll just need our Abrupt Decay or our Cryptic Command. Sundering Titan is their choice. Well, that was none of the above. So they get to hit this, they get to hit this, this. It's pretty good. Pretty good. So I guess I'm going to be putting Yorion into hand. I don't see much else I'm doing here. Also, a 7/10's pretty good. Pretty good. Let's go get a basic forest. I don't really think I want to. I don't think I want to attack. I don't think there is any benefit to me attacking right now. Not when I get to flicker. And I say flicker, then this goes away. I at least get to flicker this to draw a card. Well, this is a very interesting state of affairs here for this matchup. Pretty content with what we're playing against, though. I think we have a good shot at beating this opponent as well. Now knowing a little more of what they're doing. They discard another expedition map there. We're playing tower. Sorry, plant. Karn goes up. 5, 6 mana. Worm coil. Jeez. Attacks for 7, just leaves a worm coil back. Alright. Bonus Astrolabe here. It'd be better with Yorion. Let's try it. Yeah. If I hit a land, I can then Yorion and draw 2. Hit a Cryptic Command. If I attack, I get 13'd, but I get tapped down. Do they have another counter spell? Ugh. Oh. Tap down. Draw a card. Then I can kill Karn if they don't have a counter spell here. We'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. They don't counter the Astrolabe. They would counter this, I'd imagine. All right. Looks good to us. The way is clear. Let's get rid of this Karn. It's not a bad draw either, because now I get to play an Astrolabe down and get even more value out of Yorion in the future. Astrolabe. Kind of curious what they have left. I presume that it is... I presume that it's like another Karn. So we'll see how that works. 3 Astrolabes, pretty good for the Sky Nomad here. We're going to get hit for 13. Going to go to 10. I can't really attack again. That wouldn't be good. They gain 6. They play land. 8 mana. 10 mana. This is awful. Walking Ballista for 5. For 6. For 7. Walking Ballista for 7, it looks like. Well, that could easily kill me. Mystic Sanctuary, put Cryptic back on top here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would allow me to do Yorion and do all of this. If I hit 2 lands with Yorion and I happen to hit a Reclamation, could be something we could do. It obviously throws the Yorion away to the Walking Ballista. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. We get him at the beginning of the next end step, actually, so we'll see how beneficial this really is for me. Now we have 2 blockers here. Because I don't think I want to attack. We'll just try this. I think they have lethal, but I could be wrong. And if I hit like a random Abrupt Decay or something as well, or a Fatal Push, the Walking Ballista is then not as scary. Another Yorion, another Astrolabe. They drown in the lock. This card's interesting. 2, 4. They can pump it twice here. I need to just kill the Walking Ballista right now. I think I have to kill the Walking Ballista right now and hope they have no way to bounce. Now if I would have attacked, I would have gained life and they'd only be able to ping me for 1. If they blocked, which I kind of assume they would. All right, so we're going to go to 2 here. Gonna go to 2. We have 2 blockers. Euro blocks Walking Ballista here. Hey, thank you for the follow. We're on the knife's edge. How you doing, Odd Parsley? Is that how that works? Thumb up like that. Opponent's got 3 million mana. Repeal does it. Repeal does it. Repeal. All right. We could play Counter Wars, and the Veil might not be bad. Mystical Dispute and Veil are like the only things I see here. I don't even want the Fatal Pushes, so it's just an easy 3 in, 3 out. Fatal Push does get rid of the Walking Ballista, but I'm going to be playing first, and so I will hopefully counter it. I mean, there's I don't want Fatal Pushes. Aether Gust hits nothing. Dead of Winter is just not going to hit anything. Weather the Storm, no. And Collective Brutality. Like, Collective Brutality is maybe the only thing because it's more proactive. And I can, like, take a Thirst for Knowledge or a counter spell. Maybe that over, like, a Remand. Maybe. I don't think it's worth it, though. I don't think it's worth it. You've just been hanging out. Nice. It's good to hang out. Just chill. Let's play first. Declare Yorion. I gotta click all these buttons. I can't hydrate. Two lands, no ramp spell, double wilderness. If I miss the land drops, I'm in trouble. If I don't miss the land drops, we could be really good here. Do I need 2 of these, though? I don't feel like I need 2. The question is this over here enough? It's tempting. I think we can do better. We're on the play. This looks like a good hand. Keep this. We'll ditch 1 land. We'll ditch the Flooded Strand, probably. This is much better. All right, we can do this. Let's go. Cool. Gemstone. Gets rid of an Ugin, the Spirit Dragon. Sweet. All right. We'll leave our potential Mystic Dispute up here. I don't think they're going to play anything here on turn 1, though. But now they have counter magic. We'll get the Triome here. That way I have all my colors. Go ahead and shock in and pass the turn. What's up, 4 Red? We're playing some Sultai, Reclamation in Modern. It's kind of handing itself to us. It's a relic. I don't care about that. Uses the relic. Fine, fine. We will attempt the ice-fang over the growth spiral because this gets a creature into play. I'd rather ramp than have a creature. So there's a Condescend for 1. Just getting cards out of my opponent's hand. It's good. Want to be able to ramp here. The hope is I'll be able to ramp. Land drop's always good. Let's go ahead. The green is on this card, so I gotta do it this way. Growth Spiral draws a card, and I can put a land into play. Looks pretty good. Looking pretty good. I can safely get a breeding pool. Talisman, that's fine. Uses Relic. We'll get rid of our ice-fang. And breeding pool. Ta-da! We don't have anything I really want to pick up. I don't care about the growth spiral right now. We have 2 counter spells. We'll see if they pay off here. They use their relic here, so they're digging a little bit. We'll try to use the remand maybe first. Another relic. It is Bluetron. It's kind of really awkward to play against Bluetron. Growth Spiral here. Scalding Tarn into play. Mystic Sanctuary. I can just get rid of this. I don't want my Growth Spiral. I need something deeper. Deeper. We could be getting Yorion into our hand. We're not quite there yet. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to have 2 counters up, so we'll look to put Yorion here this coming turn. We're not going to really get any value out of it, though. I'm not trying to fill up my graveyard. I'm just trying to get lands. Grab our breeding pool. More lands, more lands. Grab Yorion here and pass the turn. This way I have Yorion up with lots of magic. Lots of magic spells. Alright, opponent. Am I just going to be slamming Yorion here? Looks like that. I believe we just have basics left. So we'll try to play this and see what kind of counter magic my opponent has. We have a dispute and a remand here. I could also remand the Yorion if I wanted to. Thirst for Knowledge is their option first. Let's actually go ahead and remand the Thirst. Make them repay for it. Remand is getting weaker and weaker as the game goes on. We're paying 3 for something. They have a Condescend for 2. They've condescended Yorion here. So they are getting the remand. Go ahead and Mystical Dispute the Condescend. So now I'm going to get Yorion, and Thirst for Knowledge goes back to hand and I draw a card. It's not a bad one to see here. Nothing really to flicker. Just a 4-5. 4-5 over 2 turns. Opponent was at least willing to fight for it. I could put another Mystical Dispute or Remand into hand if I wanted to off the Polluted Delta, or attempt to. I'd have to do it probably in response to the Relic. We have 3 4-mana here, so they have Karn. Karn followed by... Can't be Bridge. Unless they have mana. Down ticks. Maybe it's just Liquid Metal Coating. Hey, thank you for the follow. It's good to have some follows here the midweek Wednesday. Hey, Last Bar, thank you for also for the follow. Woo. They got an Ensnaring Bridge, and they are able to play it because they have the Gemstone. All right. I'll go ahead and fetch here. I could have saved it for Mystical, but they have the Relic. Cryptic Command's really good here. 3-4. I'm going to go ahead and Wilderness. That way I untap. I need to get rid of this Karn. I just pop this to hand and draw a card, it looks like. So return, draw. And I get to swing Yorion at Karn here. Uses Relic. That's fine. Ooh. Yes, please. We'll play the Mystic Sanctuary now that they tapped here, and we're going to put a Cryptic Command on top. And I will attack Karn. Too bad it's not Ojutai. Ojutai. All untapped. I am empty-handed. We know they have a Thirst for Knowledge. They have 3 unknown cards. We have a Cryptic heading our way. We won't be able to Cryptic loop due to the Relic. There's that Thirst for Knowledge. However, having a Cryptic will be really nice. Protects Yorion a bit better. Talisman here. 4 cards. We lose a Remand. That's fine. I'm about to lose all my graveyard anyway. We get a Cryptic down. We're going to smack them for 4 and pass the turn. Nothing I want to bounce here. My opponent has 6, 7, 8 mana. Could easily play something plus, then have counter. I hope that's not the case. Urza's Power Plant. We have 9 mana for my opponent. We've gone into full control mode here. 4 mana so far. 5 mana, 6 mana. A Wormcoil Engine. With like negate or disdainful. I guess I go for the counter draw. Wormcoil gains life. That's not very good for us. We'll attempt a counter draw. We'll hope it's not negate, disdainful, or other cards like that. This allows them to eat it with Relic, but we already knew that was going to happen anyway. This Wormcoil gaining life is bad enough. We're 4 turns away. They have cards like Repeal, Expedition Maps. Alright, they eat my Mystical Dispute here. Counter and draw. We have Mystic Sanctuary, which isn't a terrible draw. It'll force the Relic pop here. Almost Mystic Sanctuary, play this, and then like play Euro might be an option here. Alright. Bonus Cryptic. Go ahead and attack for 4. They don't know about this Cryptic. If I had a fetch land, we could get the Cryptic out of the yard, but I don't think we can do that. We will force the pop, though. Bye-bye, Relic. That's fine. We can, in the future, use Cryptic and loop it a little bit with the Sanctuaries if I want to try to do that. Opponent's at 12. They are at 12. Go ahead. Untap everything. We just need a Nexus of Fate or my Mystical Teachings. Like, this game will take off. We'll allow them to assemble Tron if they'd like to. I'm not too concerned about Tron at the moment. It does make Condescends scary. But I don't think an Expedition Map's worth a counter here. Not with them already having 8, 9 mana anyway. Tron assembled. Here's this bridge. Condescend currently would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want to counter this. I also just want to find like an Abrupt Decay. I'll counter draw. If they have a condescend, they can do it for 8 right now. They didn't have it or anything when they did the other card. But it looks like they have just enough here for this condescend. It's going to feel really awkward if we draw like an abrupt decay here. I suppose it's not totally weird. You get to kill the bridge. All right. Bridge in play, we get an Archmage Charm. Okay. We probably just want to go ahead and draw 2 right now. So let's draw 2 to start the turn. So a good starting point, right? Okay, Force and Remand. They're not great cards. Untap, pass turn. Well, I'll attempt to force this. Then I can remand my force. Remands Karn, the great creator. In that case, I'll remand my force. Let's go ahead and Growth Spiral here. They draw as well. I'm okay with this because I can use ice-fang here to get under the bridge. They play a land. We have 4 and then a little bit extra here. Looks like they're going to wait on that card. We'll go ahead and put an ice-fang into play. Draw a card. Misty. Ooh, fact or fiction. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and attack just for the 1. I don't remember if I have another Mystic Sanctuary. Let's pop this just to see if I do. I do. Let's go ahead and put a Cryptic Command on top. And let's attempt the fact or fiction. Oh, those are some good cards. Oh. The new Frantic Inventory for this deck. They're telling me I can Nexus of Fate and have double force, or I can have a Cryptic here. I kind of want to just Nexus of Fate and go again. It's a draw. I mean, that Cryptic Command's only doing one thing. Let's grab this. Let's go ahead and just float a whole bunch of mana in case they have some weird card going on. I'll take another turn. So it's like a draw. I'm good with that. We get to hit for 1 again. And we'll pass turn now with 2 force negations. I'm not going to put this one down. We'll just wait on that. I don't have any more Mystic Sanctuaries, so no reason to play that. What's the Frantic Inventory do? I'm trying to keep up with spoilers, but they're all over the place. Expedition map. Not going to force that. Pops Expedition map, goes and gets probably another tower. We have Karn plus Unknown here. Oh, the new Accumulated Knowledge card. Yeah, it's alright. It's probably not anything different than like a Think Twice for the most part. There's enough graveyard hate that it's going to be like, what, a draw 1, maybe 2 at most. Probably would just play a Serum Visions. I think it's instant speed. Yeah, it's instant speed. Transmutes a Teleria West. Alright. So we're going to go get a counter spell. Gets a Walking Ballista. Ironically, I can't counter that with what I have in my hand. Ironic. Alright, we have a 6/6 Walking Ballista. And I am now getting a whole bunch of lands. suppose I get to attack with ice-fang here and pass turn. Can they make the ballista big enough? I don't know. They might be able to. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So they can pump it by 4, make it a 10-10. They can make it a 10-10. Come on, deck. All right. All right. Let's start there. Fact or fiction? Let's find a way to kill Walking Ballista here. Oh, none of this. I'll take that Astrolabe. You know what's super funny? Is when you tap in such a way that you can't play your Astrolabe. Because you're used to tapping this kind of stuff over here. Luckily, I still get to do it. Still looking for an answer for Walking Ballista. Need it right here. Alright, a Cryptic Command could do it. Could bounce Walking Ballista. But that's about all I get to do. I could also bounce Bridge here. If I bounce Bridge, I'm hitting for 4, 5. 4, 5. Then I die on the Crackback. Still have a land drop to play here. No, because I don't enjoy playing Legacy. I kind of enjoy just playing Modern. Not going to attack with anything this turn. I'm just float all this mana. Float all the mana. See if they want to pump this at all. Let him pump one more here, and then I'm going to attempt to bounce. This doesn't really benefit me too much here, because I think he should let this happen so that he has Walking Ballista in hand. And we're basically trying to hit a Nexus of Fate right here. Or other way to counter Walking Ballista. The new Goblin's kind of crazy. The one that everyone's like, Kiki Jiki. Wee! The one that reveals at the top. Alright, so we're going to be at 2. Two's better than 1, right? Actually, I'll be at 3 because they need to allow this to go back to hand here. We got a Reclamation underneath that. That won't do it. I needed more of my cantrips or other cards that would have let me dig farther, or like I said, the Nexus of Fate. A Mystical Teachings would have even given me the win there, probably. But we didn't hit it. Maybe they'll hesitate. They're not hesitating. They're not hesitating. All right. We fumbled around a little bit. The bridge kind of goofed up our Yorion. We ended up drawing Wilderness instead of... If we would have done Fact or Fiction, we would have gotten to look 5 deep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll never know because it's not letting me draw. But the Factor Fiction would have been able to be played at instant speed, and then if I would have hit like Mystical Teachings or something there, I might have had a shot. Anyway, 1-2-0-2. Let's see if we can get this back and around to a 1 and 2. Let's get a W here. Let's get a W. We're always starting like this, and then we do well, so maybe we can repeat that right here. We found our opponent. Let's play some Magic. Let's play some Magic. Let's play first. We've got the jitters out. I think we're good. Yorion declared. His hand is medium at best. We probably have another Tron opponent, so let's go ahead and mulligan this hand. It had 2 fatal pushes. This is a Growth Spiral. Ugh. All right, we'll keep this one. We're going to just hope we hit a natural land here. Hopefully. We have the Remand. 3-2 Comeback King. Heck yeah. Oh, that's not Tron. What? What? Well, at least Goblin Guide helped us undo some of our unfortunate natures here. Let's try not to take too much damage. We'll just play in a Remand. Maybe I Archmage Charm and steal the Goblin Guide. Maybe that's what we're doing here. We also have Euro, so Euro's pretty cool. Tax for another 2. Fatal Push on top. Well, well, well. That's a good card. Lights the stage. We'll Remand light up the stage. We'll pull that Fatal Push right off the top. Pretty good here. Factor Fiction's looking pretty decent as well. We'll go ahead and pass the turn. We can go get Breeding Pool here. Breeding Pool is looking pretty tasty. Goblin Guide trigger. Abrupt Decay off the top. Let's go ahead and Fatal Push. I don't actually think I need that Abrupt Decay. Let's go ahead and grab a Triome. So I have all my colors. So now Mystic Sanctuary put Fatal Push back on top. I can Growth Spiral into this pretty safely. Take out the Soul Scar Mage. Then we'll have Euro. And then we'll just take out this opponent that's trying to burn us. Giganta, 1 lander. Opponent. You need to try harder. They attack us. We're going to green-blue this. Growth Spiral. Put the Mystic Sanctuary into play. I am going to go ahead and grab our Remand here, because our opponent seems to be struggling here. I almost want to just let this hit me and then Archmage Charm the light up the stage. Get the shovels out of the grave. I'll just counter this. This Remand that I put on top is just going to decimate my opponent. And then green, blue, blue. Play Euro here. Euro Titan. Draw a card. Another Factor Fiction. Nothing to put into play. F6 through the turn. Pass it back. We got a 1-2 here. Probably just let this hit me again. I don't have another green. This is mildly infuriating. A Seal of Fire as well. I'm just going to go ahead and Fatal Push the Swift Spear. I'm not worried about the Soul Scar Mage. I understand it could shrink Euro. Not worried about it though. We're just going to take our 2. Take our 2. Land. It's Factor Fiction here to start this off. Maybe I can get some more green mana. I know this is at sorcery speed, but we have the Remand, and I wanted to see what we were going to pick up here. Maybe they won't split it by accident. I like this ice-fang. I like this growth spiral. I don't need to play Euro out anytime soon. We can wait on that. We're at 15 life. I'm liking this pile the most right now. Cool. All right. We'll play our land past turn. We're not going to put the Astrolabe down just yet because I can use Ice-Fang to attempt to block or a Remand to bounce something back to hand here. All their spells are relatively cheap here, but a Remand is a nice little cantrip. You see 2 Factor Fictions? You like what's going on? There's 4 in this deck. I think there's 4. Of course you like this, Grayus. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Opponent decides to seal fire me. This means they probably have a light up the stage. We're going to allow this to happen mainly because I have Remand and they just light up again. We have a Burst Lightning and a land they hit. Grayus, I filled up your fish farm. You should check it out. See if there's any good books in there. Coming in for 2. That's a lot to go through. I already got rid of most of the junk that was in there. Just go with an empty inventory. Opponent decides to Burst Lightning us. We're going to allow this to happen. We're going to take the 3 damage. We're going to go to 8. Because we're going to play Ice-Fang as a blocker and play Euro as well. This dude. And Lava Dart. This is starting to get a little sketchy. Let's go ahead and remand the Lava Dart. It's not a bad card to pick up here, Force a Negation. So we're going to take the 4 damage. Fatal Push is pretty good too. So play this out. Astrolabe, play the Euro out. Fatal Push this. Have Force backup. Oh. I have to play Euro though. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ta-da! Mighty Euro Titan. The Minecraft server is sub only. Mystic Sanctuary. Mystic Sanctuary puts a, I don't know, an Archmage Charm on top. That looks really good. Yes. And I'm just going to Fatal Push this now, and I have the Force Negation. But yeah, it's sub only. You can get through the sub only Discord. It is a perk for our subs, because I do get on there on the weekends from time to time. Playing that Minecraft. By having that sub only as well as I talk to some of the other ones, it helps pay for that extra perk. From time to time, yeah. I can't force that. Garbage. Garbage. I can't force that. All right. We'll play Wilderness Reclamation down. I've been down every weekend? No, I would never do that, guys. That's a good card. Swing for 6. Draw a card. Play the Flooded Strand. I could Fatal Push this. I don't think I want to. It would mean I wouldn't get another breeding pool. Kind of want an extra green. Kind of don't, though. Mystic Sanctuary. We'll put that Fatal Push back on top. Gonna untap, but we're gonna float some mana first. Gonna draw 2 cards. I'm going to fatal push this. We'll take a little bit of ouch damage. And we'll pass turn. We'll leave up Factor Fiction, Factor Fiction. So I'm actually on the Minecraft server instead of recording videos for YouTube. YouTube folks won't like to hear that, but we're able to put some of our stream replays up, and it's been a good way to connect with the stream folks. So, lightning bolts me. We'll let that one slide. We'll let that one slide. Light up the stage. Let's do a Factor Fiction in response to this, and I'm gonna hopefully get a blue card, which I did, but I like that blue card. I wonder if I allow this light up the stage just to go. I'll choose this pile. I think I can let the light up the stage go because now I have 2 counter spells and I can just counter damage, and I'm about to attack for some damage anyway. Oh, mountains. Mountains. Looking pretty good here. They're giving the turn back. They give the turn back. I think we win. I think we win. Play Wilderness Wreck down. We're going to go ahead and attack for 6, 7 damage. Gain 3. Draw a card. Have Cryptic, Archmage Charm, and Force of Negation open. Should be enough to win this one. We'll see. Land drop as well. I think I'm going to stay at 10 instead of going down a little bit lower. We are going to go ahead and Factor Fiction here. We're going to Factor Fiction in between the Wilderness Reclamations in case I get like growth spirals I want to use. Like this. This is working really nicely now. We've got a... Oh, I'll take that pile. I'll take that pile. Thanks. I'll take 5. All right, we got there. This is a Weather the Storm matchup and a Collective Brutality and possibly Dead of Winters. Aether Gust also possibly, and Fatal Push. This is not a Remand matchup, that is for sure. Not a Remand matchup. I can probably ditch 1 Factor Fiction and probably 1 Cryptic because they're just higher up and cost a bit extra. 4 mana instant speed, draw 5. Perfect. Perfect. So Weathers, Collective Brutality. I like the Fatal Push here. The Aether Gust might not even make sense. Maybe it's just 1 to 2 Dead of Winters and go for it. I could see just 1 growth or 1 Dead of Winter. Like this should be enough. They Weather the Storm just like negates an entire attack. Fatal Push kills little things. Collective Brutality could kill something small or get something out of hand, and we have a singleton board wipe. I'm down with this. This looks good. Let's not overboard. Aether Gust. Time walks them just a touch, but they don't really care. They'll put the cards that they care about back on top to replay. This feels good. We're in a good spot here. Got that Yorion that we're probably not going to play. This hand's... Yes. This hand is everything. Keep. I think we're just playing this card just because we can. Not because they're planning to do anything with it. But just because it fits. Alright. Soulscar Mage. We'll start with our Polluted Delta. Archmage Charm was a really good draw as well. We might fetch Shock here on the Soulscar Mage. Seal Fire. Because it may be doing the same amount of damage anyway. What's the best wheel card for both players? Thunderous Wrath or something? So we're taking 3 anyway, so I'll just Fatal Push this. They have Seal Fire and a Relic. This would be a great turn to do a Weather the Storm. It's not going to happen though. Where's my Watery Grave? I'm wondering if I should shock in or not. It's 2 life. The answer now is no. We're going to Astrolabe. Yeah, the Reforge the Soul could be a good one. Alright. So I have no actions here, but I'm not taking the 2 damage. Opponent's just going to Relic. They have 3 cards. I'm not terribly concerned about what they're doing here. It's an Abbot. We have a Rampaging Ferocidon here, which is kind of frightening. This one we'll go ahead and shock in so that I have the counter for the Ferocidon if they find their extra land. We can play with our life total a little bit because Weather the Storm's a pretty decent card. We'll take our 2 damage. Could be blocking with ice-fang. I want to see if they have something else here that they want to be playing. Land drop here. And this Ferocidon. They put Gigantha into hand. Alright. Just ice-fang. They could shoot it. It's an option. So they forgo the Ferocidon here. Oh, right. It's not on the Abbot. Never mind. What am I doing? It was off Abbot, not off a Light Up the Stage. We draw a Euro here. Mystic Sanctuary. That doesn't hit anything. That's fine. We'll leave ice-fang as a blocker. It currently does kill Abbot. Barely, though. Kills my ice-fang Kodal with the Seal of Fire. I'm going to pop this relic. Well, tap it down. It'd be really funny to steal their relic here. It would be kind of hilarious. Because I could steal it right now. Should I? Should I steal this so that Euro's a thing later? Is that too greedy? To draw for me. Let's try it. Let's see where this goes. Let's see where this goes. I have a lot of life gain here, and grabbing this will allow me to get the Euro down in a few turns because I've got to get something into my graveyard. But we're going to go ahead and steal the relic and see where this gets us. This is different. It's my relic now. 1 card in the graveyard. Opponent cannot feel very good about that. No such thing as too greedy. You watch. Going to 11. That's a good pickup. All right. Let's go ahead and start with Euro. Let's gain a little bit of life. Hey, thank you for the follow. Let's draw a card. Land would be excellent here. No land. That's fine, though. We'll filter this through so I can put the Astrolabe down. Looking good so far. There's our land drop. Looking great so far. We're not popping this relic ever, by the way. We might go ahead and go after their graveyard a little bit, but we're never popping this relic. Never, ever, ever. Seal. Okay. I'm waiting for the person that just joins goes, you're playing Relic in Euro? Weirdo. All right, punches in for 3, undoes Euro shenanigans here. Let's go ahead and make them exile a card. Get a taste of their own medicine. All right, we hit a land drop. We're going to put that into play. Can't quite get Euro back just yet. Let's pass to their turn and then Factor Fiction / Weather the Storm. Maybe even force something. Gain 3 million. They're just going to keep smacking me with this. This is rude. This is rude. Come on, you gotta play something. There's a land drop. Come on. You're not gonna kill me by hitting me with 2 a turn. Alright, apparently I'm just gonna be the one playing spells here at the end step. Fact or fiction? There is a chance they're holding Skullcrack. There is. Got that Force of Negation for it. Gonna start with this, see what else they want to play. There's a Lightning Bolt. We'll allow the Lightning Bolt to happen because we're gonna get to undo it here in a second. Lightning Bolt again. Puts me to 3. Oh, look at these sweet cards. I want this one. But I'll take a Fatal Push too. I'm playing Weather the Storm here, so I can take Archmage Charm or Fatal Push. Fatal Push is a little more interesting because it kills the Abbot. If they give me this hand, I draw, I get to put something on top, which will be the Weather Storm. You know, this is clearly really delicious. Yes, this one. Thanks. Appreciate that one. Cool. All right, and then we're going to just Weather the Storm because enough things have happened here. I'm hoping that they have one more spell here and I get to force it as well. That's the hope. Storm count of 4. Nice. All right. There we go. Deck is excellent against burn-like matchups. Woo. Woo, buddy. Woo, buddy. All right. We've got a W. W in. We're going for our second one here. Currently 1 and 2. Playing this Yorion Sultai Euro Fact or Fiction Mystical Teaching deck. It's teaching us a thing or two. Like, practice this more. Comeback King. We will attempt the comebacks. We will attempt them. No guarantees. No guarantees. All right, let's play first. Let's declare Yorion because we're 80 cards. Ooh. Yes, keep. Didn't even think about it. Slam keep. Finally get this card. Bet I'm going to need to use it with the Force of Negation. That was the fastest keep we've done all night long. All right. Astrolabe down. Draw a card. Misty Rainforest. That's pretty good because I can go get more basics. Can go get more basics. All right. What are we playing against? Dark Slick Shores Crab. Well, I don't exactly kill Crab immediately. We're going to say Misty now. Let's go ahead and shock this in. And we're going to plan to do a Growth Spiral here. You know what? I should do the Growth Spiral now so that I can put a land in and I could theoretically Astrolabe again. We'll do that. Good luck in coming matches. Gonna go eat. Cleared out the fish farm. There was a good amount of bugs. You're rooting for the mill player? Who are you? All right. We have a force in case things get super bad here, but because we're a Euro deck, I'm okay with my opponent milling me right now. We'll see if that's what they decide to do. And it is. Mystical Sanctuary and a Wilderness Wreck. It's good to know we have one Mystic down in the bin. We're going to keep this up just to see what we end up milling here. Surgical's the Wilderness Reclamation. I'm going to let this fly here. We don't win with Wilderness Reclamation. We can win with Euro here. I also have Nexus. So we're probably like kind of okay in that regard as long as we can keep those cards going. I can't lose game one. Oh. Check out our YouTube. Check out our YouTube on a Saturday and see how you can be beat. Just hit 7 lands. It's all gonna be okay. Manic Scribe, that's fine. Remand and a Triome. Land drops are good. We can Mystical Teachings at end step here if we wanted to. I don't want to. I don't need to. All right. What's this? Mesmeric Orb. This one's kind of a pain, but I kind of can use it to my advantage. But it is a bit of a pain. I think I'm going to try to use Orb to my advantage here. We're going to see how this plays out. We will see how this plays out. Hedron Crab. That's actually a pretty good combination here. We're going to put a Watery Grave into play tapped. I'm going to tap it to untap here, and I'm going to tap one more card here as well. I want to hit a Yorion. This is on purpose. Well, I went over 2 lands and I draw a Yorion? Nope. All right, land go. They'll mill us a little bit more here. Then maybe I can use Mystical Teachings to get the cards that I need. We're not super rushing this because we have 52 cards remaining. So there's that. But also because as soon as I finally do hit that Yorion, we'll be in good shape. This is 20 or less in library, right? Yes. A little bit of ways away from that one being a problem. Hey, there's some Cryptic Commands. Those are cool cards. Wonder if I want one of those. I could also take an Archmage Charm and steal the crab. Shall we? Archmage draws too as well. I kind of want to... Can I counter mill my opponent? Should we try for this? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Mine. I want this. Oh, yes. All right. Game's on, mill opponent. Good luck. Good luck. Oh, it's too perfect. Now they're going to mill a little bit too. Oh, yes. The old reverse mill plan, exactly. Just going to tap the one land here. We've got the Force of Negation, the Mystical Teachings. There's another Archmage. There's an Abrupt Decay, a Flooded Strand, and an ice-fang. I draw a Mystic Sanctuary here. Kind Kind of doesn't matter what I put on top here. Go ahead and mill them. And let's attempt... I guess I'll attempt to grab a cryptic command, but it's unlikely that that'll happen. Sure. Funny enough, I haven't hit a Euro yet. And we'll just pass the turn. Oh no, I'm gonna grab Yorion here. We'll grab Yorion. Good stuff. Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Emrakul, the Aeon Storm. I think I got all that. Are you the first Titan today? What do you mean by the first Titan? Whoa. We have Euro Titan. He's somewhere in here. We're trying to counter mill our opponent because this is the cool way to win this game. This is the cool way to win this game. I could just slam Yorion and not even try to do the Astrolabes. Alright, we're gonna mill 3. And I think we mill a little more because of the Manic Scribe. Again, I'm just looking for that Yorion, or Euro. There we go. There's some Euros. There's some Euros. Land drop. Mill. Exile some cards. We'll just exile the lands. Doot. Hooray! Visions of Beyond. I have 22 cards. This would allow them to draw 3. This is sort of dangerous. I'm going to get to put another land into play here. They're going to draw 3. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's have a good time, opponent. Good nights, bad nights, Parsley. Hit a land. I can't believe I'm asking for lands, so we can just keep Hedron crabbing them. Crabby. Yeah, I'm pretty confident they can't win. You don't think they play force? We'll never know. We'll never know. Waiting for this Euro to happen. I think even if they kill this, I just sit here and do another... I just keep my force of negation open. They return a land to their hand. That's good. It's good. Fatal Push. That's fine. This is fine. I want these triggers. Astrolabe. We have an Abrupt Decay here. I probably should go ahead and get the Abrupt Decay to kill this. They decided to Surgical Euro now. That's kind of frustrating. That's the second Surgical they've had. Let's allow this to resolve. Because I don't want them to somehow randomly get my last cards. My oh, whatever they're called. Alright, so we can do... I don't think I have another Mystic Sanctuary, but we'll double check here. I do not. So I can't get my Abrupt Decay, but I can mill them for some damages here. So we'll go ahead and do a little bit of the milling. The question is there anything else I want to grab here? I don't believe so. Again, we're trying to counter mill my opponent because it's fun. Astrolabe. Another force, which is good. I'll just leave myself with double force and negation. Double force and negation. They decide to archive trap me. Wonder how many archive traps they have here. Let's go ahead and attempt to counter one of these. I need to have enough lands to make this interesting. Countered, archive trap, exiled. Goes back to their turn. Okay. Crab's doing crab things. Maybe I'm just playing Yorion and drawing some cards here. This is gonna hurt a bit. I'll let these all happen. Fact or fictions. There goes some lands. There goes a cryptic. Manic Scribe as well. It's a lot of stuff we just lost. 17 to 18. We hit a cryptic. I'm gonna just hold everything up and pass turn. We have the crab. They have the scribe. We've made this game a lot more interesting than I think it originally could have been. It's kind of enjoyable. Seeing if our mill opponent can take us the extra distance here. Field of Ruin. They can force us to go searching. Take our natural draw here. Just Manic Scribe's the only trigger here. There goes a Fatal Push. Land drop. Boop. $14 to 12. So theoretically, I could use Cryptic and bounce a land as well. Theoretically. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't quite do 7 or 6, sorry. So I could double Mystic Teachings. Then this thing hurts us. Land drop. Shocks it in. Uh-oh. That can't be good. That can't be good. Let's return Orb to hand and draw a card and see if this is allowed to happen. Let's see if they'll allow this. We could get down to where we have Mystic Sanctuary that we're using, a Cryptic command, and we're able to do Nexus. We could put a land on top, Nexus, and potentially Cryptic, depending on if we had enough mana. We're using Shell Dock here. Using Shell Dock. Surgical's Force of Negation. I mean, I guess I just cast Force of Negation now. I'm going to lose it anyway, so cast it. It's another Surgical, so that's 3 Surgicals down. It's a lot of Surgicals. We'll float mana here. Ah, I don't have any more mana here. I was going to try to do something fancy, but we don't get to. Archive traps me. All right. Nexus of Fate goes back into the deck. We draw the Nexus of Fate. This is clever. This is clever what they did to me. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, we'll see if they have a counter for this. It has to be Force of Negation. So now we draw this. We're stuck where we are, aren't we? We're stuck where we are. I can't progress the game any further. So this means they win. We lost. All right, I'm done doing this. That's clever. That was clever how they put that together. When we did the counter draw, that was our demise there. Was our demise. All right. Veils in. Collective Brutality in. We're going to take out... Honestly, I'm just going to take these Fatal Pushes out, and we'll run. How does this deck fare against Bant Control? I haven't played any Bant Controls. This is our first time out with this list. I'd imagine Bant's probably just a bit stronger. This interacts a bit better with probably creatures, where Bant's probably going to be a little more rounded, being able to take on control and on creature mid-range. So I would assume Bant's a little bit stronger. All right, let's try not to counter mill our opponent, and let's actually just continue our own game plan here. I think we've got a good shot at this matchup. Try not to bounce their orb. Yeah, we were just playing with our food. We did steal their, instead of holding Archmage Charm to use as a counter for like the surgicals and other things, we decided to try our hand at, well, you saw. You saw. We should be good this time, though. We'll see if they have their own Force of Negations for the Nexus of Fates. We shall see. We are 80 cards. Pretty good. Let's play first. Yorion declared. Alright, hand looks good enough. We'll go ahead and keep this. Put Snooker Force into play and pass the turn. This is in case they have some sort of Thoughtseize type of shenanigans. You appreciate the meme counter mill? Heck yeah. We tried to make it work. It was hilarious. Alright, so now I have a Drown the Lock that's not currently hitting anything. And I have a Veil. Cool. Alright, we'll get our Watery Grave here. Actually, we'll get a Triome. Triome gives me all my colors. It's an island as well. Factor Fish and Remand and Veil hit the bin. Play another snow-covered island here and pass the turn. We have a Drown Force. We're almost at that Factor Fiction. We have the Veil as well. Looking good. Looking good. Pull out our Graveyard here as well. Gonna do another Manic Scribe. Yep, nope, maybe. Ooh, oh. An orb here. Oh, we'll just let this roll this time. Like last time. It's going to turn on the Manic Scribe. Maybe the only downfall to this. It'll turn on our Drown the Lock, though. We don't have our fourth land just yet, because they all come into play tapped. We'll get there. We'll be able to have Veil up with the Wilderness Reclamation. They currently haven't hit a Reclamation either, so they can't currently surgical it away. Polluted Glimpse and a Mesmeric Orb to the bin for them. Field of Ruin. This allows them to force me to go searching. Okay. Untap. Snow-covered island. Play another one. Let's go ahead and attempt a Wilderness Reclamation here. I have the Veil as an option. Drown in the Lock is their counter. We'll attempt a Veil. They need another counter here. They don't appear to have it. We're looking good. Gonna untap. Yay! Feels good. Whoa! Triggers. Alright. Just gotta be a little bit aware of this with the Wilderness Reclamation. Just a little aware. They could hit my Triome here. The Triome would take me off black. I have a Misty to go get another black source. Debating whether I want to use the Factor Fiction here. The answer probably no. Ashiok Dream Render. That one's not actually very good for us. This one we need to counter. How do we want to counter it, though? Let's attempt a Factor Fiction here. I have Force up still, and I presume I'm going to get a blue card here with this Factor Fiction. That would be the assumption. Yeah, look, blue cards. Look at them blue cards. These are great blue cards. We'll take whatever pile has 2 blue cards. I like a Factor Fiction again. Ice-fang's a good attacker. So I'd get rid of the ice-fang here. Get another Factor Fiction. Ooh. I'll take this bottom one and get rid of like a growth spiral or something. Yes, please. Pretty please. All right, that looks good. Now we have something that can attack. I can get rid of the Manic Scribe if I'd like to. A little bit of untapping and a little bit of losing some cards off the top here. Land, Astrolabe, Growth Spiral, plus a little bit more. Remand and Collective Brutality. Ooh. Ooh. It's a pretty good card. Let's let them mill a little bit here. We're not going to do the untapping just yet. Might Abrupt Decay this at end step. And then shoot the Manic Scribe possibly. Oh. Oh. Opponent wants to draw some cards. Okay. Okay. We'll allow it. Now they untap. Look at all this stuff they're milling. Look, surgical. Ha, avoided. Land drop. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Gonna force this? Ashiok. Now I'm not killing this. It's probably okay though. We'll attempt to counter it because if they have their own counter here, I can abrupt decay it as well if I'd like to. Okay, we got the counter through. Wonder if I'm supposed to search or not. Search and they're gonna just kill me. That's fine. We'll encourage this. Watery Grave. There's the Archive Trap. So we're hoping to hit Euro here. There's Euro. Archive Traps me again. There's a bunch of Euros now. I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to kill this. And yeah, we're gonna attempt to get something down here. Hope they don't have exactly surgical right now. Looks to be the case. And we'll just get rid of just lands. Cool. We'll put our Mystic Sanctuary. We'll put probably just a Cryptic command on top now, because I'll have Cryptic twice here. So now I have my threat in play. I get to untap and I probably just Nexus of Fate, right? Begin this plan. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll try it. Looks good. Land drop, attack for 6. Scalding Tarn. I think we're low enough on cards now that I should be able to essentially factor Fiction twice here to see all the cards and get the Nexus of Fate and just rinse and repeat. And we've got the combo kill for the deck. I'll take this Nexus of Fate, please. Thanks, appreciate it. Stick a force on top. End step here, we're gonna float 5, 6, 7. Nexus of Fate. Not gonna do Mystical Teachings just yet. Go ahead and attack. Should be enough. Land. Mystical Teachings. This will allow me to go get the Nexus of Fate. We'll be casting Nexus of Fate here at end step. Try not to goof up here. They mill. Nexus Fate revealed. I get Nexus of Fate. Let's not do this. Make sure I have a counter. Swing. I draw a card in response to this, don't I? Let's just be super careful here. Let's go to end step. Let's float a whole bunch of mana. Make sure I take the Nexus of Fate turn. I'll put the ice-fang into play. Should be okay to do this. Draw that card. Cool. Manic. Two, three, four, five, six, seven. Nexus. Should be good here. I needed like one more land to make this, I guess, more interesting, but I'm going to go ahead and bounce this Manic Scribe, and we should be good here now. I'm like weirdly worried about stuff I shouldn't be. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I actually think that if I do it this way, I can kind of F6 through turns, and I think my opponents will just burn a little bit of their clock with mine. We'll make the last game interesting. We'll make the last game interesting. Get my reps in practice and everything like that, right? I didn't tap one extra land. Practice. Watch how fast we can do this now. Beep. And swing. Boop. F6. Boom. Look at that. Speed. Speed. Bam. Speed. Swing. Swing. Ta-da! And in for damage. Cool. All right, so 8:30 on my opponent's clock, 9:44 on mine. We're going to game 3 here. I think I'm going to game 3. There we go. Any changes here? I could throw a Mystical Dispute in. Seeing that, that's probably a little bit better than some of the other stuff I had here. Counters a few things extra. Let's get this card in there somewhere. Take out one Remand. Give it a shot. This is one stubborn opponent. Sometimes they get that way. Sometimes we also make them stubborn based on how we play. We were kind of not attacking with Euro there. It's up to them. We were sharing in the clock being struck down. And I don't mind having a more even clock here, game 3. Don't mind at all. We will have to play at a reasonable clip here. It would be hilarious to just throw all of our spells in just to see if they would be able to beat us. Let's play speed. Yorion declared, no land, mulligan. 3 lands, double wilderness. We'll go ahead and try this. We do have Euro as well, which is kind of nice to have. The factor mixtion, we can play a bit slow here. F6, we'll just have polluted. There's a shell dock for our opponent. You gotta beat us. 74 cards. Let's go. The very first play I might do is actually just grab Yorion and put it into my hand. That might be the very first thing we do this game. We will see. Alright, a glimpse. I'm going to go ahead and get my watery grave here. Actually, let's get the triome because that's all the colors. Archive traps me, that's fine. Alright, they're coming after us. Like I said, it might just simply be Yorion as my first play here. We're surgically Euro. That's pretty good. Alright. So they had surgical, they had archive trap, and they have a glimpse. They're getting rid of Euro here, and we have Yorion as our current play. Make sure they take the one in the yard. They were good about it last time. They do it this time. So opponent has 2 cards remain. I feel okay about this. I have a mystical teachings to go get something else as well. We're not ramping. That is one thing we're not doing here. Let's go ahead and fetch. I'm going to go get my breeding pool. We're fetching now because they would have fired off 2 archive traps before. I have one more fetch to do, it looks like. I see 2 veils there. Got my cryptic. Island. 2 unknowns. Like I said, it's probably just going to be Yorion into hand this turn. I'm going to go ahead and fetch one more time. This only gives them 1 turn to have found the archive trap. We'll get a watery grave and shock in, and then we'll put a Yorion into hand. So Yorion's a turn away, but that's fine because we have the Wilderness Reclamation plus Growth Spiral. That should ramp us just fine. And then we'll have our threat in play. We may want a counterspell of some sorts to protect Yorion. We'll see. Field does allow them to force the archive trap later. We have all of our colors, so I'm not too concerned if they do decide to field us. Alright, let's just slam a Wilderness Reclamation here. This will allow me to factor fiction at the end step. We'll see if they have a counter for this. This would be a great counter for them. And we're playing at a good pace here. Opponent's at 6 minutes, we're at 9 minutes. Yes. Nice. So this will allow the untap here, and then I can either Growth Spiral or Factor Fiction at any point. And we have also the Mystical Teachings. So we're going to set ourselves up so we have a few counters here, and then we'll be good to slam Yorion and win the game in 5 turns. Watery Grave tapped. Go ahead and try to fire off a Factor Fiction. Yes. Let's just fill the hand with some good stuff here. Fill the hand. Yes, no, maybe so. That force is what I would like the most. Drown the Lock's a second good one as well. Yeah, I'll take this. This is great stuff. I'll take this any day. I know we won't hit the lands, but I already have a land in hand. We'll look for lands with this. I'll take this package here, and then I'll do a Factor Fiction and look for more lands later. It shouldn't be a problem to find. And I'm going to put probably a counter spell on top. We'll put... Where's the Archmage Charm? There we go. Put the Archmage Charm on top. We'll factor Fiction, and we at least have the Archmage Charm as an option. We'll wait on Yorion one more turn. Maybe. We'll see. They could always shuffle it away with the field, and if they attempt to, what I can do is Growth Spiral in response. We'll float all this mana. And we'll offer the turn back to them. So they're going to pop this in response. We're going to Growth Spiral. Whoa. Whoa. Growth Spiral in response. So it'll allow us to grab that card off the top. I'll get to put the Flooded Strand into play, and then I can actually use all the mana that's available to me to factor Fiction. Which feels like a really good turn here. We have basically a bunch of basic islands. So factor Fiction here. We have Nexus of Fate, ice-fangs. Could just take the ice-fangs. Go along with my Yorion. I don't need the Nexus of Fate, right? I think I'll just take the 2 ice-fangs here. Apply pressure that way. They'll go along with Yorion's. Feels pretty good. 31 cards to go. I can get these in as well and start attacking. There's another field. Let's put ice-fang number 1 in. And we'll put ice-fang number 2 in. Cool. All right. Another factor Fiction. I think at this point, we're good to go. I'm just going to go ahead and swing. I could attempt to put Yorion down, but we would end up tapping too close to out. And so let's wait for one more land, and then we'll go for it. The Visions. We'll allow it to resolve. Land drop. 4 cards remain. We're going to start countering things that they do play. And we're not going to actually play anything else here. Land drop. There we go. All right. We got lands for Yorion, so we're good to go. Let's go ahead and slam a Yorion here. I am going to fetch. We'll see if they have the trap. They might. Go ahead and put a card on top of the library as well. I'll take... Let's just take a Remand. And we'll play Yorion down. I'm not going to flicker, I think, anything. I might flicker 1 ice-fang. I don't want to flicker too many things here, though. Here we go. We got some sort of counter. Drowns in the lock. We will, in response, attempt to drown their drown in the lock. Yorion hits. We'll flicker just 1 of these. Grab our Remand back. Untap with Wilderness. And we're good. 3-turn clock. 3-turn clock with a ton of counter magic. Pretty much no reason to play anything else here. I'll play a land. In for 6. And we'll pass the turn. Looks like we're gonna get it. Looks like we're gonna get it. What is this? Ashiok. Let's go ahead and fetch in response to this. Mystic Sanctuary, and we're gonna put a Cryptic Command on top. I could put a Veil. That might have been better. Extirpates the Cryptic Command. Totally fine. Hits hardly anything for us. Comeback King looking better and better. Getting the crown ready. All right, now I kind of want to go ahead and counter this. Just for good measure here. As I have 3 counters for 2 turns of damage needed. There we go. Growth Spiral. Swing for 6. Put them to 2. 1 minute remains on their clock. We have Force, Archmage, and Remand. Crab. Steal the crab. Land. Mills. I want to steal the crab. I want to steal the crab, everyone. They have 1 card left. I kind of want to see what this last card is before I try to steal the crab. Going to 1. Milling me a little bit more. All right, in response to this one, I'm going to gain control of the crab. Mainly because I have Force and Remand. I'm feeling strong here. There we go. Yep. Shell Dock. Nexus of Fate. We'll swing, including crab, looking to deal 1. And we get it with the last couple seconds ticking down. We are 2-2 playing Sultai, Euro, Fact or Fiction, Teachings. Just name cards. Just name all the cards. Nice. All right, 2-2, looking good. We've got a 1-2, we have an 0-2, we have a 2-0, and we have a 2-1. The last match here, the 5th and final match, could be anything. Here we go, looking for our opponent, getting that stuff ready. Found him. Let's make him sweat. Let's make him sweat. More sweat, more sweat. All right. I think we've made our opponent sweat enough. Let's play. Oh, they're making us sweat. They made us sweat. Well, that was awkward. That was a bit awkward. We let it go for most of the time, and then our opponent didn't show up. Maybe we just scared them away. Maybe that was the opponent we could have beaten. Now we're just not sure. We're just not sure. This is a bit awkward. All right, let's join this match. Instantly. No sweat. No hydration. We got this. We got this. Here we go. All right. Opponent is LMAO Mobile. 60 cards versus 80 cards. We will be declaring Yorion. They will be declaring anything. We'll find out. Nothing. All right. So we have no idea what our opponent is. We have a growth spiral. We have force. Yeah, this is good enough. We'll keep. We'll keep. We'll keep. Little removal. Little anti. Oh. All right. Looks like we're against some sort of perhaps Jund list. We're going to go get a watery grave more than likely here. And then we'll get a breeding pool. Taking a bit of damage to do so. 2 growth spirals are going to help us out, I think. Watery grave also here allows me to fatal push whatever this might be. Renin 6. Renin 6 is actually kind of a pain. It's not getting anything yet, but it is kind of a pain. I'm going to counter this. Renin 6 is a pain. And I don't know what they're going to do with it. I forget this Triumph's in here all the time. Alright, so we have Growth Spiral here. I don't have a counter currently. That's okay, though. I could be ramping to Wilderness Reclamation and getting the fact or fiction going. We will see. Blood Crypt. Shocks in. Never a good sign. Lily of the Veil. Okay. In response to this, let's go ahead and Growth Spiral. I might be just getting rid of this. Oh my gosh. Awkward. Moments are awkward. Let's get rid of the Force of Negation. I guess I should have Growth Spiraled in response to Liliana the Veil. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Let's get a breeding pool now. Looking for our top deck land. Top deck land would be important here. Come on, land. Shoot. That's not good. That's not good. Oh, I guess I could have put Yorion in the hand so that I could throw it away to Liliana. Each player discards a card. We'll get rid of a Wilderness Reclamation. Ta-da. Goodbye. Goodbye. Stomping Ground. Stomping Ground, they're not doing anything here. This is feeling decent. Land drop. Come on. Shoot. Alright, we're going to grab our Yorion here past turn. It's not looking good. Doing a double back-to-back fact or fiction could be just delicious, though. I almost want to get rid of this Fatal Push at this point, but we have a Raging Ravine that I'm going to have to deal with at some point as well. Liliana is going up to 6. Easily here. What are we discarding? They're going to discard a card? I think I just want, like, double fact or fiction here. Like, I'm so far away from Yorion, though. Let's just get rid of the Yorion. Get rid of a Raging Ravine. Where's my Abrupt Decay? Right here, right now. There's the Raging Ravine just coming in for 4 damage. Land drop. If we miss this land drop, they could just split our lands, and that'll feel awful. I'll keep the Triome, obviously. Come on, land drop. Get another look at it. Well, there's a Cryptic Command. If they decide to go up one more time here, I could stop Liliana. Don't down tick with Liliana. Don't do it. Oh, Renin 6 is here. Hooray! Gets a Raging Ravine back to the hand. Plays the Raging Ravine. We're going down with Liliana. I sense it. Bolts me. Oh, now they're going to go up? Yeah, they went up. Alright, this is the get rid of the Factor Fiction plan. Because I can get a Wilderness and then Cryptic bounce the Liliana. Come on, land. Come on. Right here. Oh. We're in the game. We're in the game. I think I do this at upkeep. They get to replay it. Gonna return and draw a card here. That way I have an extra card. We're not gonna get to kill the Raging Ravine. Alright. Flooded Strand. Yes. Never been so excited. Liliana. They don't get to attack me either this turn. I'm going to hold the Fatal Push. I have to get rid of the land. Fatal Push kills a Raging Ravine. Ren 6 goes up, grabs the land. Alright. Can we come back here? I stopped the Liliana. Top of the library. Land. Alright. I'm going to just main phase of Factor Fiction here. Getting absolute garbage. I will take a land, I suppose, so that I can do this again. Pretty much whatever is happening here, I'm probably just losing the card, whatever I keep. So I'm going to keep the pile with the most stuff in it. I don't care about Nexus of Fate. It's the last card I care about. Basically, I want the pile with the most in it. The most lands, preferably. Yeah. I'm gonna keep this pile. Yeah. Now I have, like, Fatal Pushes. And I have ways to get my Cryptics back. Untap. Yeah. Liliana. No match for me. Alright. Shocks in. Kind of interesting. Returns a land. I'm going to just get rid of the Watery Grave. We'll allow this to come into combat. The Renin 6 gets it back, which we're aware of. We'll go ahead and Fatal Push this. Okay. Discard. Watery Grave's going bye-bye. I can't click it fast enough. I need, like, a draw spell off the top. Abrupt Decay? It's a draw spell. It is a draw spell. Okay, so how do we do this? Renin 6 is our next problem card. I can put something on top. I can then Euro. What do I want here? I guess I want a Cryptic Command the most. We'll play Euro down. Play Polluted Delta. Euro does Euro things. I'm going to stop on my opponent's turn. I'm going to utilize this. I'm going to go get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then this will be a 3. And I can go get a Force Negation now. And then we can replay Euro. Getting rid of basically all of our lands. And then from here, we draw the Force Negation. Nothing to play. I have a 6/6 in play, and I can bounce Liliana on their upkeep here. We untap. We'll return Lily, draw a card. I have another Fatal Push, apparently. And now I have the Force of Negation for if the Liliana comes back down. And they know this. They know all of this, so they need like a Thoughtseize here to get around this. Okay. So we're going to straight Force of Negation this. Oh, they had another Liliana. Alright, are they just going to kill my Euro? Is that what's going to happen here? Sacrifice a permanent. Uh-oh, Renin 6 is going to be at 7. They don't have like hardly anything here though, so that's like good for us. We can replay Euro. Got them double Fatal Pushes. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's play Euro. Let's get rid of 1 Fact, 1 Yorion, Wilderness, Scalding, 1 Force of Negation as well. Keeps us a selection of cards here. Stays in play. We draw. We'll put Mystic Sanctuary into play. We'll stick a Fact or Fiction on top, because that'll be a good card to draw. I'm not going to put this land into play, and we'll just pass the turn. This way I have double Fatal Push next turn. We untap everything, so we've got the double Fatal Push. My opponent could do Renin 6 here if they wanted to. Let's get off their upkeep briefly. They do use Emblem Renin 6, so this is what we've got to deal with now. The question is, do they have like land and bolt here for this Euro? I'm hoping not. Looks like they're double bolting. So the answer is yes, they had that. So Euro's going to be down. Euro 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus this activation. I feel like I need to hit this with a Fatal Push. We're going to use a Fatal Push here to stick something else in the graveyard briefly. That way I have 5 for Euro. This will go up to 2. I'm going to discard. I'm going to hold on to my Fatal Push for this Raging Ravine. Okay, so we can replay Euro. I'm getting a Fact or Fiction as well. So let's start with Fact or Fiction and see what they want to give me. There's a Cryptic. There's an ice-fang. Ice-fang's kind of tempting here because ice-fang protects Euro unless they top deck something crazy. So I kind of want to get this ice-fang. This is like a really good hand right here. Mystical Teachings can go to the graveyard as well. They currently have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana here, so bouncing and remanding doesn't do enough for that Liliana. I'm going to choose pile 1 here. Puts more stuff in the graveyard as well. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Euro lets me draw as well. Alright, that's a really good draw for us. I can Ice-Fang and Archmage Charm, and then if nothing really big happens, I have the Mystical Teachings, and we can start to close this game out. This is game 1. We are attempting to outvalue our friend. I have a Fatal Push for this. Super easy to kill. Each player discards a card. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put Ice-Fang in just to see if I get something more interesting to discard. I'm just going to get rid of an Archmage Charm. At end step, I can use Mystical Teachings, and I have the Fatal Push as well. Mystical Teachings is going to go get an Abrupt Decay. Wherever my Abrupt Decay is. And we can fire it off right now. If I can tap correctly. Alright, Liliana down. I'm going to have the Fatal Push for the Tarmogoyf as well. And I can reuse Mystical Teachings to get whatever I want. So let's go ahead and Fatal Push Tarmogoyf out of the way. Now they have just a Raging Ravine. We're going to hit them for 7, so it's a 2-turn clock here. No land, which is really nice. We get to Wilderness Wreck. We're going to make black mana here and float. Going to play Mystical Teachings. We're going to go get a Cryptic Command. And we good to go. 2 counters. 2 counters. 1 card draw for my opponent. Cycles Barrenmore. Looking good so far. Did well game number 1. Took a bit of effort though. Hopefully game number 2 is not as strenuous. Alright. More value than my opponent. Good stuff there. Fatal Push is looking decent here. I don't think I see really much else that I want. Veil of Summer is interesting because it could protect from Fatal Push-like things, from Thoughtseizes and Inquisitions. So that's a decent card, but I kind of like my graveyard being filled up. I really think it's just this Fatal Push, and maybe not even. They didn't seem to play too many things. I imagine they'll bring in some, though. Maybe 1 less Remand, 1 more Fatal Push here, and just go for it. Pulling out the Remand might feel a little bit odd since we're on the draw. However, this Fatal Push will allow me to Fatal Push plus a 2-drop, and I have several of those. I'm not going to worry about the Veil too much. Not going to worry about that Veil too much. We'll see. We'll see if I'm punished for going this line. It's kind of cool to just use Yorion where I did. Alright, this hand looks great. Fatal Push, Force of Negation, Archmage Charm. We have the Wilderness. We'll just keep this. My opponent's got some Thoughtseizes. They've got them. You think Veil was worth putting in? We'll see. We'll see. I'll be honest, I can't ever convince myself Veil's a card worth playing unless you're playing against like a Cryptic Command deck. Some of the question is what do you pull out though? All right, here we go again. Renin 6. Liliana was the bigger problem this last time, so we're gonna let Renin 6 have its fun. This card was not the problem. We'll grab our Triumph. Hitting our land drops, which is good. I prefer not to burn Force plus Archmage Charm and a Liliana, but I will consider it. No double black, so we're in good shape here. Inquisition. Alright. That's sort of fine. Clearing the way of the Fatal Push, probably. Takes the Archmage Charm. That's fine. Not much I could do about that. Make sure to uptick the Renin 6. Alright, if I get a blue card, I may stick Yorion in the hand. If I don't get a blue card, we may just wait. Let's go ahead and wait. We'll wait just because Yorion, I can't play it. I can't really protect it. No reason to rush it out here. All right, we're looking at 4 lands here. No double black here. Upticking Renin 6. That's fine with us so far. Gonna go get a breeding pool with this Scalding Tarn. Breeding pool. All right. Well, Wilderness Reclamation. I don't see a way they particularly counter this. They could destroy it probably at instant speed. Something like a claim or something destroying those enchantments. We untap though. Looking good. Tap land in here. No Liliana. Upticks with Renin 6. Not too worried about anything going on right now. So Remand. This is now time to get the Yorion into hand. We'll pass turn. So we have Remand and Force of Negation. We're going to deal with a Renin 6 emblem. Again, not too worried about dealing with that emblem here. Wonder if I wait 2 turns to get the Yorion out. Waiting 2 turns to make sure that I have at least 1 counter spell open. Remand this. It's a good top deck. Decides to emblem Renin 6. Do they just have another Renin 6? Alright, I like the ice-fang here. Lets me cantrip. Alright, things are looking good now. Let's go ahead and put an Archmage Charm on top. We're going to get the Euro doing Euro things. We can actually play Euro, I think, here. I think I have enough down there. Oh, I didn't play my land. Whoops. I clicked too fast. We'll be fine. I clicked too fast. We should have a Euro in play. I should have played this down. Oh, well. We're not going to worry about it. I've got some good counters here. Blue, blue this, then I have blue, blue, blue. I'll just cast a Force of Negation here. Maestro, hey, thank you for the host. The raid. Appreciate it. Alright, end step here, we're going to fire off the Archmage Charm, draw some cards since we goofed up, and I want to get some more value here. Let's do it. What's up? How goes it? Thanks so much. Alright. We have a lot we can do here. Let's go ahead and put the Archmage Charm back on top. Might even... Yeah, let's do the Archmage Charm. So Archmage Charm on top. Let's go ahead and Euro here. Getting rid of our lands. And there you have it. There you have it. Taking down Jund, having more value than our Jund opponent. Getting the 3/2 Plains, Sultai, Reclamation. With a splash of mystical teachings. In Modern. Looking pretty good. Ironblood, it is a pretty sweet list. You're going around with a Jund Panza deck. I'll be playing it tomorrow. Jund Panza. That seems aggressive. What is black giving you that red-green doesn't? Anyway, the list is here. Mystical Teachings just as the one of, and using that as a tinier toolbox within the whole deck seems to play really well. And because you're sitting at 80 cards with Yorion, I feel like you're able to really utilize that a little bit better to find a few more nuance cards. I'd actually like to see this list have just a couple more one-ofs to take advantage of that. Overall, though, the list cantrips really well. It's trying to get things into play so that you can, ramp out. And I think just that with the growth spirals and the Euros does a marvelous job. Not to mention Euro itself is really good just for the burn matchups or any matchups that are just straight value back and forth, because gaining the life 3 and then swinging in is just really, really strong. This is why I like to play Euro and Croxa specifically. Those two Titans have been really, really beneficial. But yeah, there you go. This is the list. The list is in Exclamation Deck if you're here on Twitch, or in the description down below in YouTube. There you have it. Sultai Reclamation.